Here you go, Evans.
Thanks, buddy.
You gotta pause that, dude. Our tech is always funny on this show. But we're getting there.
Heck yeah, I can delete it. Here we go.
Good. Let's cheers before we pour
Cheers,
them.
buddy.
Pour them in. And today on the show, we have some very special glasses. These are called Teku glasses. They're not necessarily just for one specific type of beer, but upon a lot of research, I discovered that Belgian beers do taste pretty phenomenal out of these glasses. So I decided to do a purely Belgian episode.
Love it.
And we are starting off with, I have no idea how to pronounce this. You want to give it a shot, Evan?
La Chouffe. I
That's
think
exactly how I would say it. La Chouffe.
La Chouffe.
La Chouffe. So this is a
It's not
Belgian.
French. Sorry. go
Belgian?
ahead.
Belgian's French, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, they share a language.
Dang, dude.
But yeah,
So, Chouffe.
La Chouffe. I don't know French, so maybe. But this is a Belgian beer. It's a blonde. It is coming in at a whopping 8%, which is pretty crazy for a blonde beer, if you ask me. Before we talk any more about it, let's just cheers and dive right in.
Okay. Cheers, buddy. I like that you really got every drop out of there. Oops, sorry, friends. Listeners, called you friends. I'm too used to that's what I call kids.
Oh, gosh.
Here we go. My students.
Dude, do you smell that there real quick? Spices.
Mmm.
Dude, that is so crisp.
I like the taste of the
That is so crisp out of this glass.
Yeah.
That is nice.
So tell me, how does this glass make a difference?
Okay, so Belgian beers do taste better out of like tulip glasses. That's the thing.
Okay.
So this does have that tulip shape.
All right.
But you see this lip at the top here, so kind of, we will hopefully have video this time, so hopefully people can see it, or we'll put some pictures out. There's a lip at the top that is for the aromas. So you notice how I told you to like really smell this one when it goes in?
Yeah.
Those smells are just like delivered right into your nose. The aromatics.
The cinnamon, you said, is one of them.
Not cinnamon, it's like spices. I believe this one is brewed with coriander. Yeah, it says it right there, brewed with coriander.
Okay.
It's so heavy on the coriander in a good way. It makes this beer really tasty. And it's just something I'm really enjoying, honestly. It's a good one. I'm a fan.
Dude, love it. Man, it is really is this, I feel like, would be a good winter beer.
It is a good winter beer, right?
Right.
And I like the artwork. Kind of gives me like a little Santa Claus vibe with this little gnome on the front.
Yeah.
Red hat.
That looks like one of the
White
seven
beard.
dwarfs.
Yeah, he does. On the back here, it says, the gnomes of fairyland are particularly fond of this golden beer.
Love it. Love it, dude.
Slight hoppy taste, combination notes of coriander and fruity tones is the drink which gives them the zest for life.
Yeah.
This is a all-around good beer.
Well, there you go. It's magnetic.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can see on the video, we have a Thor's hammer bottle opener, and it's magnetic onto like its little base. It looks awesome. Thank you for that, Evan. That was a
for sure,
Christmas gift. That's a great one. Look at the lacing on there. This is a quality beer. If you're going for like a Belgian style beer, oh my god, I'd reach for this one again and again. And the fact that it is 8%, I would never guess that just tasting it.
Yeah, it
does
tastes
not
way
feel
lighter,
strong.
huh?
It does not feel strong.
Man, dude, I'll tell you what, the lacing on this is crazy. Ever
yeah.
since you taught me lacing, I like to see what lacing is there.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting because, like I said in prior episodes, it just shows a little bit of the quality of the beer. One of the things about these Teku glasses, too, is it's a stemmed glass. Yeah. And the thought process behind that is that you won't warm up your beer from holding it.
Whoa.
So this beer will stay crisper longer.
That's cool.
Longer. Yeah.
See, this is the fun stuff that comes with the beer world. Like
I mean,
it's all fun, but man, just the fact that the glasses make a difference. You don't get that too much with like coffee and other things. Like
yeah, that's true.
We're diving into
you just throw coffee in anything and drink it. It's gonna taste good.
Yeah.
But yes, it changes it. It really does. This glass, when I was researching for this episode in particular, so I've always wanted these glasses, but looking into them specifically to talk about tonight, these are considered to be the best beer glasses for any style of beer.
Wow.
I was reading about it. People are saying this is better than the Spiegelau. It's better than a Pilsner glass, an ale glass, any other IPA glass you can find. And honestly, I can, just off this beer, I don't know if the beer is that good. It might be. This is a really good beer. But I can see what they're talking about when I'm drinking out of this glass. But we'll find out on the next one if it's just as good out of here.
Yeah.
But I'm really digging this one. Like, these might be our go-to glasses.
Dude, I love that, man. That's cool. Good, the good old go-to.
Oh, yeah.
Good old go-to.
Because right now our go-to is the Spiegelau. That's just a good all-around craft beer glass.
Yeah.
You get the tulip shape. You get the little ridges to break up those aromatics at like the molecular level or whatever you want to call it. But with this one, I like the fact that we got this stem where no beer rests within it so that we keep them nice and cold while we're talking.
Can you drink wine out of this too?
Well, so these were invented by two Italian beer experts, and they modeled it after a wine glass because, I mean, they're Italian, right? So that's where it comes from. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. That's cool, dude.
They part of the process was that in wine, the aromatics are important, and so that's why they took on this shape as well.
Oh, cool.
With this glass.
Cool.
Yeah, it just looks like a wine glass. The only difference between this and like some of those wine glasses you see nowadays is that lip at the top.
Yeah.
And that lip is to just deliver the aromatics right into your nose.
I love that. Listeners, too, I just want to acknowledge something, right off the bat. You might hear that our audio is a little bit different. We're trying something new tonight, tech-wise. Just wanted to name that. But we've been off had a little bit of a hiatus, and we're back, and we're trying something different.
We're trying to be more consistent now, too.
Yes,
so
exactly.
This is the start of that, and we're really aiming to get a video out tonight. We're filming. We did an experiment with the camera last week. It worked out. So now it's all about being consistent, getting it up there.
Yeah.
And we're aiming for that.
Just do it, right?
We also just want to make the show feel better all around. So we're just going to try to let the natural conversation take its course more so. We've always talked about these things, but we're just going to let it happen now.
It's just going to happen, dude.
Yeah.
I have a joke for everybody. Just kick us off here.
All right, let's kick off the 2024 Beer Happy.
Man, my jokes are so bad, but it's okay. It's not even a good one. I think I told you this, but I'm going to tell the listeners. Pretend I never told you, right?
All right, I'll be shocked.
It's so stupid. Why did the melon jump into the water?
Dude, I think you did this on the last episode even. I swear
it's probably not out though, dude. I don't even know. Okay, never mind. They'll never hear it. Well, in case you haven't heard it, because it wanted to become a watermelon. That's stupid. That was the worst. Hilarious. I didn't even deliver it right. I had one job to do.
You messed it up last time you told me
to. Whatever. You know what, man? All right, let's go back to the beer.
I'm having a hard time reading these Belgian words, dude.
Oh, you're sitting there reading. Whoa. Why are you reading on a Friday night, dude?
Brasserie de Chouffe here, Belgium. I think that's the brewery. That's my guess. At the very bottom under ale brewed with coriander. Brasserie de Chouffe.
What?
Right here, dude. These little tiny letters. What does that say?
Oh, wow. Good eyes. Brasserie de Chouffe, Belgium.
There you go. I like that.
We've talked about Belgium before.
Yeah, we have.
They're
just like a beer place, dude.
My buddy's in Belgium right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the fact that it's such a big beer country, I feel like we needed to give them their own episode.
Yeah, I love that. I remember when Giancarlo literally presented to me this one day. He's like, dude, we should get these glasses so we can get these beers so we can do this special Belgium episode. And I was like, dude, what are you talking about, bro? But now I get it, dude.
Yeah, isn't this a good beer, too?
I think it's very good. It's almost so good that I don't want to drink it too fast.
I know, me too. And it's a small bottle. It's only 11 ounces.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I really like the shape of the goose, not the gooseneck.
It's like stubby, but it's like it's its own shape. You can't call it anything, dude.
Yeah, it's
bulbous too.
It almost looks. It's what?
It's bulbous.
What? Ballless?
Bulbous. It's
I thought you said it like it has no balls, dude. I'm not talking about.
Bulbous.
Oh,
you see what I'm talking about? It's got like a swelling to the neck.
It looks like the opposite of what a bottle looks like right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Instead of like a dip downwards into the body, it just bulbs out. It swells out.
Why are you bulbing, bro? I'm gonna start using that word, dude.
That's not a verb.
My bro's bulbing. My dude's bulbing. Well, we should start it's really, we got to start pumping out these terms that we're using,
dude. I had high hopes for this beer, and I'm not disappointed at all. It was pricey though. I don't remember how much we paid for this one. It was one of our pricier beers.
It was $1,000 per bottle,
probably. And it's only a 4-pack too of these 11 ounces.
Yeah. So that's the only. So if you're listeners out there, if you're wanting to get these, just heads up. Yeah, you know
they're pricey, but they're good. We got them at Total Wine, so I think they're kind of widely available.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's the importation that makes these expensive. Yeah, because this is imported into New York from Belgium.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's not even brewed here at all. Sometimes you get those beers that are like brewed in America, but they claim to be imports. Like a lot of Mexican beers here, I know aren't actually brewed in Mexico.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Like
if you meet someone from Mexico, I have a friend from a few years ago who we used to drink Pacificos, and he'd always tell me like the Pacifico here sucks so much.
Oh,
and I was
wow.
like, really? It's different? He's like, yeah, it's totally different.
Whoa, that's what a trip, dude.
Yeah.
Man, I like this little gnome popping behind the... Oh, they can't see it. It's too small. But
Way too small.
There's a little gnome popping behind the barcode, too.
Oh, is there really?
It's like, hey, what's
I didn't
up,
even notice
bro?
that. Did you notice he's on a unicycle? That's cool, too. On the front?
Man, they just
All the
keep
little
them coming,
details.
dude. Man, I love the... Man, let's see. There's another gnome. Look, there's a gnome inside...
The forest?
Behind the... Oh, you guys can't see it. Look up. Just look it up. We'll post a picture.
We'll post a picture this
I think for the first time ever, we'll post a picture. No, we've posted pictures.
I've got pictures up.
Actually, Giancarlo posted pictures. I can't talk.
I've got
You took care of business, bro. Hey, man. Hey, get your glass and we cheers to that.
Dude.
Cheers to posting the picture, dog.
Oh, dude, you can hear our clinking with these glasses, too. That's the perfect podcast
Let's do that one more
glass.
time.
Dude.
Maybe we should use this one and our other mics that we
Just to get some
We're
extra audio.
we're little behind the scenes. We're configuring different mics and figuring stuff
But
out.
at the same time, I think these just clink nicer.
Oh, is it just better?
It's just like a nicer glass.
Look at this cloud we got here.
Dude, I know. That's what I'm saying, dude.
I want to jump in there and swim.
This beer is gorgeous.
What's sexy, dude?
Looking at the head from the top, it's just nice and frothy.
Look at us just looking in our beers.
We're weird, dude.
We're just letting it loose. We're bulbing, bro.
Bulbin. What does that mean? Let's give it a definition right here.
Let's each say one definition. 5 seconds of think time.
Okay. 1, 2,
Then we start doing
3, 4, 5.
running with the pants off.
I didn't even have the time. You hit me with that so fast. I was gonna say just like buzzing, bulbing. I like yours better.
I was picturing someone just buzzing, but like letting loose and just
Okay,
streaking.
so
just
just took it a little
streaking.
further.
Dude.
Gotcha.
I'm a big
Running with the
streaker.
pants off.
I'm a
Yeah,
big
I
streaker.
feel like you've said that on the show before too.
Probably, dude. When I was a kid, I would streak all the time, dude.
What's a kid?
Like a couple days ago. No, like high school, like early high school, I would streak. I mean, I've streaked in my adulthood many times, but
Have you actually?
oh, totally. Bro. I've streaked, jumped in the ocean naked, alone with friends, done it all, man.
I can't say I have.
If you guys ever, obviously we don't have to do that, but just know that I'm always in because I think it's the most liberating thing in the world.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've never said this out loud to anybody.
I was gonna say I wouldn't have guessed this
So-
about you, so this is really, really enlightening.
What a random thing to say on this podcast.
For real.
Oh, you said let's just let it flow, bro.
Dude, let it flow like your tears the other day at the movie theater.
Oh, nice segue, bro. Okay, so we were watching
The Iron Claw.
The Iron Claw, which is, by the way, folks, we want to talk about movies on this podcast, so I'm glad Giancarlo brought that up. We're really shooting to do that. So we watched The Iron Claw, and it was way more. This guy invites.
It was a doozy.
It was, bro. You and I went. Just two grown dudes.
Hey,
just
dude,
watched-
it's a bro movie.
it was a bro movie.
Very brotherly.
We were sitting there. I mean, it was. We were. I'll tell you what.
Brotherhood was the core of that movie. It was the pillar.
Actually, you're really right, bro.
So that was a perfect movie to go watch, just me and you.
Did you cry at all?
Dude, at the last scene.
last
just
scene,
like
right?
you. I'd shed one tear, dude.
We
I was
won't
like,
spoil
oh.
it, but there's the last scene.
It's a
is
rough
heavy.
movie to watch, but it was a fantastically well done movie as well. Opening, I just knew I was gonna enjoy every second of it.
Yeah.
The way they were shooting the opening was amazing. You really felt like you were taken back in time. So it takes place in, I I can't remember. First scene was it like 60s or 70s. But anyways, so the dad's wrestling, the dad of the main characters that you follow throughout the rest of the story. He's wrestling, so this is when the main characters are children, and they added like, I don't know if they added it or if it's actually shot on film, but there was some good grain in there. It looked nice. It was black and white. The lighting was phenomenal. The way they lit the dad in these opening scenes, you just knew he was like up to something.
Yeah.
And the way they shot the dad for the rest of the movie was crazy, because the dad, I feel like there's many ways to perceive him throughout the rest of the movie, but if you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about, where he's just kind of like this character who is, he's like he's like the puppet master, and the way they shoot him tells you that, and it's just like genius directing, genius cinematography. Great movie. Check it out if you haven't.
Yeah, and the whole time we were watching, I was thinking like, okay, what do you think about the way that camera's moving right now? Because
it's so well done. Yeah, it's such a good movie.
You have a good understanding of that, from your experience. So, man, because the camera was kind of moving like Goodfellas.
Yeah, it was a very intentional camera movement movie where looking at what's happening on screen is really telling you a lot about the internal stuff as well.
Man, dude, that's crazy.
That's what I liked about it. And then you can't mention that movie without mentioning Zac Efron's physique, dude.
It was insane.
That was crazy.
It was insane.
Enormous in that thing.
He was clearly he's definitely like, because he's done like Baywatch, which required.
But he was so shredded for that. In this one, he was generally big.
Yeah,
like he had mass.
What was his weight?
No, I never looked it up. I should look that up. That's interesting. But in Baywatch, he's very shredded, so he's not huge. He's just like, his muscles are very defined. But in this one, he was just big.
Yeah, I agree. The other characters were not nearly as big.
No. And then he was definitely not drinking beer, I can tell you that much, which that's like one thing that sucks about getting a nice aesthetic body is you can't have these good beers. I'm in love with this beer.
Not even every now and then?
I don't know, because like
once a week?
He had abs at that size. You know how hard it is to have abs and be that big?
I see. The abs almost make you, I'm not going to lie, the abs almost make you look not less big, but it does something to make you look more shredded, to the point where I could see how it makes you look less big.
Yeah, exactly.
Does that make sense?
No, I get exactly what you mean. But, like, yeah,
weird.
Exactly. Because you just assume someone's skinny if they have abs, because the body fat's so low.
And so it's a psychological thing. It tricks your brain when you're looking at it. You're like, wait a minute.
For sure.
Dude, let's cheers one more time just because it sounds
cheers.
So good. So,
gorgeous.
Do you think there's anybody that went to that movie thinking, like any, like, parents that like took their kids there thinking like, hey, this is a wrestling movie, sweet?
I don't think so. I think the marketing was like, it was established what was happening in that movie.
Okay.
The marketing really went after the fact that it's like a family curse movie.
Okay. I guess I didn't really catch the marketing. I was
just so into it because I've been into Zac Efron's career ever since did you see that Ted Bundy movie he did?
I haven't yet.
He's a good actor. And people don't give him credit because he was on Disney Channel. Yeah. And they're missing out on a good actor. And he's funny. Like, I mean, not like hilarious, but he's funny on like Neighbors and what's the other one he was in? The other comedy? The grandpa one with De Niro.
He's in a couple of them.
Yeah, so he's a funny guy. He's a good actor. This one, though, his performance was phenomenal. Like, I can't wait to see the kind of movies he gets from now on. Like, that last scene making me cry. That's talented to get someone to cry in a movie. Like, he really embodied the role. That's impressive.
Like crying in general on camera like that?
Like, not
just to make the viewers cry.
Yeah, to make the viewers feel for his character that way. It's powerful.
He was a very pure-hearted guy.
The character was, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he embodied it very well. Yeah. And, like, he made you really feel for him, which I think it's a successful role, if you look at it that way.
Yeah.
Like, and then that one scene where he finally snaps on his dad. Like we said, we're not spoiling this movie because it's relatively new still. If you think we should do some spoiler reviews, comment below. But when he snaps on his dad towards the end, dude, that was powerful. Yeah. That was a powerful performance.
Yeah, I agree. Man, yeah, it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Once the spiral started in that movie, it's just a downward spiral that happens relatively early on. Once you start descending, you do not stop descending at all.
Yeah.
Until the credits roll. You are just going down this spiral.
Well said, man. Well said. I think that was... Oh, what are you doing?
I don't know. It feels right. I'm swirling the...
You're bulbing, bro.
Maybe that's the definition of it. I'm swirling the last few drops of my beer.
Let's go with that. This is bulbing, dude.
This is bulbing. When you swirl the...
Bulb with us at home.
Swirl the beer in your glass.
Bulb, 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 bulb,
Then
bulb.
sniff it.
Bulb. Oh, sniff? Okay.
So, like, the reason I did that is because I know that a lot of Belgian beers... I didn't look at this one specifically. I know our next one will have this. A lot of Belgian beers, they leave yeast in the bottle so that you can age it. Not necessarily so that you can age it, but it will age.
It'll just last longer.
It's easier to ship. It'll last longer, like you said. But that also makes it... making it easier to ship just makes it more, like, profitable, I guess.
Oh.
But, so when you have that yeast... I don't know if this is actually true or not. I've always been told you just kind of swirl it around to get it mixed into your beer before you drink it.
Well, I like it. I like this. This feels good. I feel like I'm legit.
It also feels like we're swirling around some wine, right?
Yeah. Sipping on the Belgian beer, and I don't know if that's probably not what Belgians sound like.
I think they sound French, dude.
Belgians. You know what? I remember... So I went to Belgium. I don't remember what Belgium sound like. Or Belgiums. I said that 3 times, dude.
I know. I'm listening and I'm like, am I hearing that right? I guess I was.
I was like, bro. Okay, anyways, I don't remember what they sounded like, dude. Because
I think they sound French, dude.
Dude, really? You want the Nutella on the Belgian waffles?
Probably. That sounds about right.
Okay, thank you. Cool. Whoa, where'd you go, bro?
It was good, dude.
Magic trick.
I had to finish that off. It was bomb. I think that's one of the fastest beers we've ever drank on this show.
I'll have another.
All right. I wonder if Nisha's ready to serve us up another one, or if I can go get it. I think I'll go get it. We're good. I'll get it.
You're gonna get it. Yeah. Okay. I'll try to keep our listeners entertained. Hey.
You know what? With
it's
this
me.
mic setup, though, I might be able to communicate from a distance. It'll just.
Oh, I hear you. Great. Keep talking, buddy. Giancarlo's in the kitchen grabbing the new beers.
All right. So I am concerned about this next beer because. I don't know about the opening process on this batch.
Whoa! Oh, this is a good one. I'm stoked we're filming this, guys. Look at this, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, can I hold that like a baby?
Yeah, hold it like a baby, buddy.
Oh.
All right. Wow. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to open this thing. But yeah, the last beers were phenomenal. That movie we went to go watch was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Hopefully this beer gives Belgium a good name. This actually isn't a Belgian beer. It's a Belgian style beer brewed in Quebec.
What do you call the style? Oh.
It's this is a Abbey style triple.
Okay, talk to me, brother. How did you know to get this? What made you want to get this one?
So that I'm so happy you asked that. This beer, I had always seen it in the store, like before I was 21 even. Ooh, you hear that little pop?
Yeah,
Anyways,
nice pop, dude.
I've always seen this one in the store before I was 21. And so at this point in time, I'm like, beers are 4%.
Wait, you're 21 now? Keep
going. How long ago was this? The hell was that?
Oh, that was a phone.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, friends.
Anyways,
listeners, not friends.
Going back in time.
Wait, really quick. I just called our friends. I said
our
listeners,
friends.
not friends. You're our friends. I just want to acknowledge that. I didn't mean to call you friends. You're not little kids. Go ahead.
But going back in time, as I was saying, beer at this point in my life was a 4 to 5% alcohol beverage.
Okay.
I had ever only tried like Budweiser, a Blue Moon here or there, Shock Top. I turned 21. Same thing. I stick to those. Maybe I'll get like a Lagunitas, 6%. This bad boy was always on the shelf. I saw the name, Fin Du Monde. I know that means the end of the world. So I'm like, that's got to be a monster of a brew.
Yeah.
So one day, I picked this bad boy up and I see 9%. I was like, dang, I got to try this thing. And so I grabbed it. And this is a big bottle, right, dude?
I mean,
it's like 25 ounces, I think. Something like that. But I grab it, take it home. I drank it by myself. I'm 21, 9%. I was like, whoa, that thing hits. So for me, it's like a nostalgia of like, this was like one of the first strong beers I ever had. And it was just like an event to me to have something this strong. And so I feel like the fact that it's a triple, it's Belgian style.
Yeah.
I was reading about it. The brewers made this to honor the French explorers
Wow.
who traveled towards Quebec and thought they had reached the end of the world.
Whoa. This is good stuff you're giving right now.
And you see right here, bottle re-fermented.
Yeah.
You're going to find some of that yeast I was talking about in this one.
Oh, don't, hey, man. Don't be making false promises now. I believe you.
Look at that nice golden color.
Man, that's crazy. Can you pour me up too?
Ooh, yeah. Let me just make sure I don't over pour mine.
Little darker than the last one.
Little darker. And that honestly might be from the haze from that yeast I was just talking about.
Wow.
So we'll see. But yeah, pour it.
So we might find little floaters.
Oh, for sure we will. I'm pretty sure.
In the past episode, we've seen those.
Yeah, we have.
I don't know what beer it was.
A couple of them, I think.
Well, that's really cool. I'm excited.
Oh, you have a little more of me.
Oh,
there you go.
Look at that.
Give me a sec to top myself off.
Oh, yeah, I'll wait. Sorry. I got excited.
We can cheers it and enjoy.
All right, bud.
Look at that nice frothy head.
That's a good one.
Give it a little cheers.
Man, let's try it one more time.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, let's take a sniff first. So less aromatics on this one, right?
Yeah. Not bad, though. It's so good.
Still, it smells very similar to the last one. So the head over here has got those different sized bubbles that I spoke about last couple of episodes ago.
Little nuances, huh?
Yep. So that means it's nice and natural. Oh, wow. There's not as much floaties as I thought. I don't see any, really.
Maybe as we drink, we'll find some.
You know what? There's still a little bit in the bottle, too. They're probably resting at that bottom set of the bottle. So let's
science.
Let's go ahead and take a sip. It's just like a lighter version of the last one. A little bit more citrus, I think. What are you thinking?
Oh, I can see that. I'm always influenced by what you say. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You tell me what you feel before I say anything else.
Yeah. To me, it tastes kind of pearish.
Okay.
I do taste like a pear.
I smell the pear. Now that you say that, I definitely smell it. You get that?
Because it's not like one of those like super sour type of citrusy. It's more so like
it's just very
subtle.
Yeah,
sweet,
it's a sweet, savory sweetness to it.
What's funny because pears aren't like they're like such a.
I feel like last episode I said something about like a crisp when you said something about pear.
I think I recall. Yeah, man.
Dude, this glass does like it makes a difference in the sipping of this beer.
Yeah, it feels good. I like that. I like the way you're holding it. Like you're holding the neck. It's good.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it from warming up the beer.
I'm gonna do a quick bowl real quick. Just a quick bowl. Dude, I love ever since you introduced to me the word lacing.
The lacing is a fun part of beer.
It feels so fun, and I just feel cool saying I know what it is. Like you can go to a party and be like, "Yo, check out my lacing, bro." Where's yours at, dude?
Do you have a glass of beer at a party, or do you just have like a can?
No, I never do. But a bottle. We should rock these at the next party. Like everyone's drinking bottles.
We just come out with these.
We have them ready in a suitcase, like our briefcase, like our little setup.
Or you can just host another party. That'd be fun.
I would love to, man. That'd be fun,
dude. We got.
I just repeated what you said. That would be fun.
We had a good experience at your last little get together off those stouts from the stout episode.
Oh yeah, dude. Giancarlo's like, "Hey man, you want one of our stouts from our last episode?" I was like, "Yeah, dude."
Those things are 12%. We're just drinking them like normal beer at a party. That was bad.
But it was kind of like a holiday themed vibe. Mm-hmm. My first little shindig at my new place, but it was really cool to have like something that was on our podcast. I was like, dude, this is sick, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
We've done this before.
Let me top you off over here.
Oh, let me get on the mic.
Ooh, careful.
I'm sorry, dude. I can give you a heads up. What a sound. That
sounded nice coming
delicious.
Through that mic, huh?
100%.
Look at that. Gorgeous.
We should do ASMR with beer, dude. That's what we need to do.
Dude, we could get some good sounds, I bet. This mic is picking up a lot of nice sounds.
Yeah, I didn't realize these mics. Ooh, let me nerd out real quick. I'll be quick. So these mics are called condenser mics, and then we have dynamic mics. Dynamic mics are for voices. These are for they pick up all the nuances, so it makes sense that we're hearing that. We have a little mic right here, friends. I keep calling you friends.
Do it, it's fine.
Is that weird?
No.
I feel like I'm sounding like a third grade teacher.
Well, you are, so it's fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
Dude.
All right.
You know what I just realized, though?
What's
a movie
dude?
You should watch. It's called Blowout. Dude.
What is it called?
So good. So, John Travolta's the star.
Oh, sick, dude.
And he plays a movie sound guy.
Dope.
The whole movie has these really cool sound nuances. One of the most important pivotal scene in the movie, he's out in a park at night, with a microphone and headphones, just picking up sounds. And the way they shoot it, you can like isolating sounds. So like you'll hear something and he'll move, and you'll hear like a bird chirping real loudly, and then you hear something like just like one ear, and he like spins around to face that direction, and he's like picking up like something in a pond. It's so cool. Whoa. And then he hears like an explosion, and he turns around, it's a tire exploding.
Yeah.
And that's like where the story starts. Like he gets sucked into this huge political conspiracy based off the fact that he recorded this very high profile person's tire exploding. And so it just
that's crazy.
It just spirals.
This isn't based on a true story though, right?
It's based off another movie from like the 60s.
Have you seen the Kevin James sound guy YouTube clips?
I don't think so.
So you know Kevin James?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, dude, he has this whole thing where he's just playing sound guy. It's him like screening himself into like movies. So it's him like in the Notebook.
Sick. I want to watch those.
So funny.
That sounds awesome.
I can't explain it, so you have to watch it. But listeners, check out Kevin James screen or what's called sound guy. It's on YouTube. They're like that's super so quick. It's the funniest, like probably one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. It is good. But what you said is awesome. I'm gonna check that out, dude.
Dude, looking at
we
this,
should watch that one.
We will. That's a good one. That's one of my favorites. Well, looking at this beer again though, the color. Once I removed myself from it, the color is very bronze. I like that.
Oh yeah.
I want to know what that comes from. It probably has something to do with the fact that it's like what I said, bottle re-fermented.
Well, what's interesting too is like you know, viewers, you can see we have lighting in this room, so too I'm wondering how that impacts it.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I think that's why I didn't notice the color until I set it down away from the light.
Oh yeah, let me do that right now.
Set it down. You'll notice the difference.
Oh yeah, totally, dude.
All these little nuances about beer, they really impact the way you taste it too, which I think is really cool. So someone who's listening to this show and doesn't really like pick up on those things, I think it's really cool to be able to go back and pick up on them later.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because, like I said, color will change it. Just like, I don't know if it's like a what do you call it? Like a mental thing, but the color changes the taste. I think like a dark beer. When I say dark beer, Evan, you think of a different taste, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I do. Exactly. For sure. Because the light, like I almost think like lager versus like something like, you know, like an IPA.
Exactly.
I almost compare those two.
Exactly. But what's interesting to me about that too is that this beer is darker than the last beer.
Yeah.
But the last beer was more flavorful, wasn't it?
I see what you're saying.
So yeah. I don't know, like, it's so confusing where this stuff comes from. Anyway,
like it doesn't mean darker doesn't mean it has more complexity to the.
Not necessarily. Like back in the day, like way long ago, they used to just brew beers with like caramel color just to make them darker.
They added the color.
Yeah, just I don't even know what the purpose was. I'm sure there was a purpose.
Wait, let's talk about. Can we talk about that real quick? Do they add anything to this?
Or I don't think natural? So. I don't think they do that like too much anymore. What does it say back here on the back? I haven't even looked at this bottle.
It's a big bottle, man.
The rich and sophisticated Golden Triple has earned several international titles thanks to its refined taste marked by notes of grains, fruit, and spice, supported by a slight bitterness. It's a tribute to Quebec, the land encountered by 16th century French explorers who thought they'd reached the end of the world. That's all it says on it. I don't know. I don't think they add anything. It says ale brewed with spices, so they add spices. Maybe the spices bring out some of that color.
Yeah.
Because I know that. So when stouts were first brought about, the types of barley and wheat and stuff that they used to brew them is what gave them the darker color.
See, that makes sense to me. That's kind of what I thought. But like the fact that some beers you said added like a caramel.
Yeah, that was back in the day. I don't know what the point of that was.
Weird.
I heard it on like another beer podcast I listened to at some point.
What's the podcast? Shout them out. You know,
I have a couple beer ones that I listen to, but I don't listen to them often enough to remember the names of any of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's one called like the Beerists. It's whatever. It's like for some reason the reason I'm really passionate about doing this show right is because I've never been sucked into a beer podcast, unfortunately.
So you want to create that experience?
Yeah, I want to create that experience. For me, I feel like they don't feel natural, and that's why I want our natural conversations to flow. Yeah, I feel like they try to do too much. So like craft beer and brewing has a podcast. I forget. That might literally just be the name of it, but it's a magazine for craft beer and brewing. And their podcast talk to me. They're interviewing brewers, and they talk too much about the brewing process. That's boring to me. Like I'll listen to a couple episodes here and there when I'm like really feeling it. but I can't listen to every episode of that. I'm just not into it enough.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people who enjoy beer casually aren't into it enough. And that's why I feel like the way we talk is good for a casual beer enjoyer. You can get the beer facts. You can get a little bit of movie stuff. You can get a little bit of YouTube videos like you were just talking about, whatever. And I feel like that's what makes a good podcast.
And some people just like hearing people talk, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like
I do, and that's why this is like...
Same.
That's why I'm just going for it.
I have a confession, dude.
Huh.
I fall asleep to podcasts.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's like I usually listen to Smartless. It's or Conan O'Brien, like people who talk about like in the comedy scene.
Yeah.
I go to bed like I'm like it's so weird. I'll be going to bed, and it's funny because they interview actors.
Oh, okay.
And I'll be sitting there like, hearing about their movies, like which ties in what we're doing, but I'll be like this, like half asleep, and I'll just be like, and then I'll fall asleep. Like I'll fall asleep laughing, and I don't know how it maybe it impacts my sleep negatively, but like.
Dude, Conan O'Brien interviewed Quentin Tarantino a little while ago. Great episode.
Oh, I got to hear that one.
Great episode.
Was it recent?
I think so, because they were talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, so it was at least after 2019. And I think it was after the book came out, so it makes it even a little later than that. It was a good interview.
I listened to both his and the Smartless Squad, which was like Jason Bateman and yeah. So, good podcast. I listened to both of them interview Adam Driver.
I love Adam Driver. He's one of my favorite actors right now.
Yeah, I've heard you mention you would like this podcast, man. He really goes into some nuanced stuff that I think you would like.
Dude, Adam Driver is going to be in that movie I was telling you about earlier.
Ferrari?
One. Well, yeah, that. But no, he's in the movie that Francis Ford Coppola directed, director of The Godfather. The movie I told you he's been trying to get to make since the 80s. Adam Driver's the star of that. Yeah.
Is he playing in Italian?
So that movie is... what it's billed as right now, there's so little known about it. It's billed as a story about the Roman Empire set in modern day New York. Yeah, it sounds interesting. He said,
like thematically speaking.
Yeah. So and Adam Driver's character is the only character who has a name listed right now on the internet. It's Caesar.
Dude, that's cool, man.
So
he's got some big roles.
Yeah, no, he's
because he did that movie with what's that Spider-Man guy? The
Andrew Garfield, Silence.
I haven't seen it, but
good movie.
Is it good?
Powerful movie. That's Martin Scorsese.
And oh, really?
Yeah.
And he did Star Wars.
He said he's done with Star Wars today. Officially, he said that.
He did.
He said I'm not doing any more Star Wars movies. But
I saw a headline. Didn't he? I forgot. Didn't he like his character get done?
I don't remember.
Wait,
Those last 3 Star Wars movies
I can say this. He just said this in his podcast because I didn't see it. I did, but I forgot. He got killed in one of the movies.
I don't remember.
I'm sorry.
The last 3 were so boring to me.
I don't know how they bring him back because in the podcast,
they're just doing so much random stuff at this point.
I feel you.
So who knows? They'd find a way.
Well, you should definitely watch Obi-Wan though, the show on
yeah,
Disney
you've told me that. I want to.
Just watch the last episode. It's sick.
Just the last. Is it the one with Darth Vader?
Where do they meet?
Can I say Tatooine?
Spoiler. Is that kind of going?
I'm sure most people have seen it besides me.
Well, there's a fight scene between Obi-Wan.
I've heard that, so I think most people
Vader.
Heard that.
It's been out long enough.
Where do they fight?
Here's where I'm gonna go in on my critique.
Okay, let's hear it.
So, watching that movie, when you watch it, I want you to pay attention to the lighting. The movie, like it's even as someone who doesn't know anything about lighting, when I watched it, I know nothing about that. It looks like it's filmed on a set. Unfortunately,
I mean, I'm sure it is.
Which it is, but it's weird how obvious it is. It's still super sick though.
Does it feel like so? When I think of obvious sets, have you ever seen like a 1950s Western where it's like they're clearly the background is painted?
Oh sure, dude. Yeah.
Is that what it feels like?
Yeah. Well, what it looks like is in this case, it's not so much the background; it's more so the ground itself.
Oh,
it looks like. I mean, the ground and the room. It looks like a room filled with dirt.
Wow.
Like you go into a dark room where dirt is on the ground. That's it. And it doesn't look like a natural desert like they're trying to make it look like. But the choreography was so good that it makes up for it. I think. But I was just like, man, how could you have something so good yet make it look so clearly, obviously, in a movie set? Yeah. And it's so small, but I noticed. I'm like, wait a minute. If I notice, people who are like into like film, they'll notice. You know what I mean?
George Lucas is a genius, though. It's a shame he stepped away so much from Star Wars.
Did he let what's his name? Who's the other guy that took over for Star Wars?
Dave Filoni kind of took over somewhat. I don't know the hierarchy of the political structure of Star Wars anymore because there's so many people involved. Kathleen Kennedy was involved for a while. She sucked. She's the one who kind of ruined that Force Awakens trilogy.
Oh, really?
Who was Jon Favreau, dude? He's a genius too.
He was pretty good on Mandalorian.
He's the one who did Mandalorian. I love Jon Favreau. He's cool. Do you ever see that Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn movie?
Oh, heck yeah.
Swingers?
Absolutely.
Dude, that movie's so money.
Dude, so money baby. Money, baby. Dude, that movie rocked.
That movie is awesome. I love that movie.
It was... Oh, man. I wonder what the budget for that was. Because it was so simple, you know what I mean?
It was like literally nothing, I think.
Yeah.
Because I think they just like got together and made that themselves. There's a really cool scene in that movie that always sticks out to me. He's like in his fridge, and there's a I'm trying to remember. There's just a calendar for the New Beverly Cinema on his fridge, which is the theater that Quentin Tarantino now owns.
Whoa!
Stuff. Yeah, I love that little thing because that shows that Jon Favreau is like a true film person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he direct it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. I haven't interacted with that movie in quite some time.
I was watching Friends, dude, and he also
he's in that too. Yeah,
but he crushed it. He stole the scenes, dude.
Dude's so sick.
He's like a billionaire or millionaire.
He's in the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
What's his name? Happy something.
Wait, he's in the Marvel movies?
Yeah, he plays Tony Stark's like guy.
Oh,
what's that guy's name? Happy something.
But he's the guy that's like his main sidekick.
Happy Hogan or something, right?
I forgot. You're good with names, bro.
I can't remember.
I don't know names.
What else?
You're good.
He's in a lot of stuff. He directed. You know what he directed that a lot of people would never guess?
Elf.
Yeah.
Sick, dude.
I remember when I found that out, I was like, what?
What was that his big, like,
probably
kind of like name,
probably,
like, movie?
He also did this like weird mafia comedy movie with Vince Vaughn back in the day too.
Interesting.
It was called Made.
But I don't remember. He directed?
I think so. I don't remember.
What's cool is I feel like when you buddy with like these big actors, like you can be like, hey man, you want to do this movie with me? They're like, yeah. Like,
yeah, that'd be awesome. We should just buddy make movies together.
Let's do some movies, bro.
Let's start.
You already know.
Beer Happy the movie, dude.
It's just us talking about bulbing. That'll be the title. Bulbing.
Bro, we can't forget to include this word all the time now.
I feel like we're on camera we are on camera, but being on camera, it makes me want to like do something weird. Like I'm not gonna do anything weird. But like it's easy to be like, yo,
like we heard you have a habit of streaking. We don't need to do that.
I can't believe I said that. My family's gonna hear that and be like, what are you doing, dude? But it's not. I mean, it's not a big deal. Streaking is cool, but I mean, streaking's kind of okay. We're done. I'm talking way too much about streaking, dude. I just got really excited because like I immediately visualized myself like just letting loose, and I was thinking about what do I think of when I let loose? I'm like streaking.
These beers make me really let loose. These are nice beers.
Yeah, I don't streak. By the way, I don't streak that much. I've done it like twice in my life, but but you letting loose right now, bro?
Heck yeah,
you want a thumb war?
Heck no, dude. I feel like you'd demolish me.
No, you got way bigger hands than me. Let's go, bro.
All right, let's go real quick. Okay, ready? All right, let's
1, 2, 3. I declare. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3.
How are you messing that up?
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare thumb war.
All right, let's go. All right, so I'm backing up. All right, backing up. Is this legal? I don't know what the laws are.
Wait, no. Our hands need to be still.
Okay,
hands need to be still. 3, 2. We won't go too long here.
Yeah. All right. See, I said
you let me win.
No,
you let me win.
You demolished me.
Oh, bro.
Just like you beat me in Madden.
Well, by luck, dude. I know what I was doing. That's because I had 49ers and you had
Giants.
You had some trash teams.
Their rating is horrible.
Well, your problem is you're choosing teams with bad defense.
Dude, my problem is I don't know what I'm doing.
But I don't either. Well, the thing about Madden is you have that you discovered, the defense is automatic. Yeah.
To an extent.
Oh, I still don't get that.
Me neither.
All right,
so
cool.
we're in the same boat.
Cool, man.
Yeah,
Good
your
talk.
team was just like massively.
But this guy
overrated.
messes me up, and you mess me up in UFC all the time.
And WWE, dude.
And WWE.
WWE is such a blast.
We gotta put that on, bro.
We'll do that tonight. That'll be a blast. I lit. Evan was like deeply hurt that I what do you call it? I tapped
John Cena
with Logan Paul, bro.
Okay. Let's repeat back what you just said. You tapped me out. Not even like a you tapped me out, right?
Oh yeah.
You tapped me out with Logan Paul. Like that's enough said.
Brutal, dude.
I mean, I should have walked away right there and never come back, bro. Jeez.
That game is weird. It's fun, but there's like the fact that you can't knock the other person out prolongs how long that game goes on for.
We went on no matches ever gone on.
Heck no, dude. We were going for like an hour.
Yeah.
The same match.
Man, bro. So, speaking of, segue back to our movie talk, Wrestler with Mickey Rourke.
Dude,
Thoughts?
great movie. Love it.
Good movie,
Fantastic movie. Very, I feel like it's very realistic in terms of what happens to a majority of people in that field.
Can I add to that real quick?
Oh, yeah.
So, I lived in Ocean Beach, California, it's like San Diego.
Yeah.
So there was this thing called OB Wrestling. I repeat, wrestling, right?
Okay.
So me and my squad, that when we went to these were like we went with a group of people. We went to this like low key it's like an underground like wrestling thing. You pay like $20.
Just like what's in that movie, The Wrestler.
It's actually
That's
like
sick.
that. But a little bit smaller room.
Is it still going on?
But I got so many things I can say about it. But yes, it is.
Let's
So
go.
it's like a word of mouth almost, dude. Like
Let's go.
I'm down, dude.
I really want
Okay, I shouldn't say I'm down because everybody I've talked to, I've told them I'm never going back there again. So I'll tell you why. You walk in there, they actually are like cutting themselves bleeding. They actually are using fire. They actually are using freaking those.
It's a performance, bro.
But it's crazy.
Yeah.
Those guys are doing.
They're willing to give up a lot for their performance.
Oh my gosh. So, but yeah, seeing that so close, like I was 10 feet away from like these wrestlers, or 20 feet away, maybe 15, whatever. But like, so what you said about being realistic, I'm like, dude, that just you made a good point. Like that's a whole new level of cinema. Cause
I just don't see the way that that field is portrayed being faked to that extent. You know what I mean? Like everyone knows wrestling's fake. Why would the movie portray it as like an exaggerated fake? You know what I mean? So I think the realism of that is what's cool.
Which I kind of thought Iron Claw would go more into.
I did too, but the fact of the matter is they were very mainstream. So that's why it didn't go into that aspect. I thought so too. I thought it was going to be very wrestler-esque, and it wasn't, which I'm happy it wasn't. It was its own movie.
Because they had a different story to tell.
Exactly. It was its own thing. It had its own story, and that's what made it good. Like it doesn't use the wrestler's success to be successful, because The Wrestler is a good movie that people talk about.
Yeah.
At least in the film space. But I was really thinking that it looked similar to it from the promotional material and stuff, and so I'm so happy that it wasn't similar at all. So happy.
I have a nuanced question here then with that. I'm glad to hear that. You know, it was good. Very good. So I'm glad you like it. What did you why do you think that they chose actors? Well, I mean, Zac Efron's pretty big name, but like why do you think they chose actors who were so much shorter than the actual the wrestlers that it's based on? Because they're like 6'2".
I just don't think actors are very big. Zac
In general?
Efron's like 5'8". Jeremy Allen White's 5'7". Harris Dickinson, not sure, but he's a little taller than them. But what I think is good though is that the ratio is the same. So Zac Efron was about as Zac Efron's height difference to Jeremy Allen White's difference was the same as like Kevin Von Erich's to Kerry Von Erich's. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then Harrison Dickinson, who played what's his name? David? I forget now. David, he was the tallest one, and in terms of the actors, he was the tallest one as well. So at least they did the ratios accurately.
The dad was way bigger though. So
yeah.
I wonder how big the dad was in real life.
Yeah, I don't know. I've only seen they recreated the picture in the movie of like the dad sitting with the brothers behind him. I've only ever seen that picture of the dad in real life, so I don't know how big he looked.
Okay.
Because he was sitting in the picture I've seen of him.
Well, they probably were more, what's that word? Strategic? Oh, that's a hard word to say.
Strategic.
Strategic. How did you say that so well?
I don't know.
Strategic.
Dude.
But, okay, cool. Definitely curious your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I did read where they were intentional.
Oh, sorry, bro.
They were intentional about the ratio, at least.
Well,
think about how hard it must be to find 6'2" actors who are good at their job. Like,
yeah.
Can you name any, really, that you know we're talking?
Ryan Reynolds.
He's tall, you think?
Oh, Ryan Reynolds, yeah, he's probably 6'2".
Really? I never would have guessed that.
Hugh Jackman.
Small. Hugh Jackman's tall, too?
I'll tell you right now. I mean,
yeah,
let's see what Google says.
Yeah, look it up, because that's interesting.
Let's see here. Hugh Jackman. Which, by the way, Hugh Jackman's going to be starring in the next Deadpool.
Mm-hmm. I'm so stoked. Did you see that video of him deadlifting?
He's 6'2".
Oh, wow. He's huge.
I have not seen that.
So he's deadlifting on Instagram, and he hashtagged it, hashtag becoming Wolverine again, and then in parentheses, again.
Also 6'2". Ryan Reynolds.
Why is he so tall? I didn't know that.
I mean, he looks it in the movies.
He doesn't look that tall to me. He looks like a smaller guy to me. Like, if you told me, I would guess that Zac Efron's bigger than him.
What?
But I think that's just because he's like more muscular.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
When I look, I mean, I can tell. I don't know what it is about it.
I feel like muscles put on that illusion, which is why I try so hard to get muscles.
I have a weird. Short. Wait, what?
I said that's why I try so hard to get muscles. I'm so short.
You're not that short.
I'm so short, dude.
You don't say that. You're like average height. I'm like average height. We're basically the same height. We're close.
You're taller than me.
Barely. Couple inches is not much of a difference, dude.
I don't know. It's a big difference.
But
you don't think so because I'm muscular. That's what I'm saying. It's an illusion.
Well, you know what? Own it, bro. What were you saying though about the? You were saying something about something.
Something about something, dude. I'm always saying something about something to the point where I don't remember.
Dude, you got good teeth, bro.
Thanks.
You're welcome, man.
But what was I saying? I was moving on.
What's going on? What's going on TikTok?
Why are we talking about wrestling movies so much?
Because we watched the movie. That's the last movie we watched.
Okay, so that reminds me. There was a few years ago it was announced, and then I looked it up the other day, and it's been like rescinded by Netflix. They're gonna make a Hulk Hogan biopic starring Chris Hemsworth.
No way.
But it's like not happening anymore. Heartbroken. Why? I love Hulk Hogan.
Why?
I don't know. Just like logistics didn't work out properly or something. But I love Hulk Hogan. He's so cool.
That's a big actor too. He's 6'2".
Chris Hemsworth? Yeah, he's huge. He's a big person. That's why I thought of him. Because I was like, how many actors are big? And then I was like, Chris Hemsworth. But yeah, no, he's enormous. And he would have been a good guy to play Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was 330 at his peak, I think.
So my dad said he met him, and he swears he's like 5'6".
Dude, it's because he had so many back surgeries that they just took inches off of him, literally.
But my dad met him in the 80s.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
You and I were talking about this. I never told you that. We never clarified that. He met him in the 80s.
No,
I think he's lying.
He's got to be lying because so he did an interview with Joe Rogan recently. It's a really good interview. You should listen to it. It's really entertaining.
Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, Hulk Hogan and Joe Rogan in like August. He interviewed him. But yeah, he talked about he's had so many back surgeries. He's lost like 5 inches of height.
So but he's still got to be like 6 foot.
He was like, what was he, like 6'7" or something? He was huge.
Yeah.
He was a big person.
He was taller than The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And The Rock is 6'4" or 6'5".
Dude, did you see that The Rock is going to fight Roman Reigns on WWE?
For WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Wait, when's WrestleMania?
I'm not sure. But I saw that the announcement. The Rock went on one of the broadcasts very recently. And he was like calling out Roman Reigns, and so I guess it's official now.
That's what's crazy about that is that Roman Reigns was in his Fast and Furious spin-off movie.
Was he really?
Hobbs and
I didn't see it.
Sean Hobbs or whatever. He was like taking pride. I mean, well, I get it. It makes sense that they're doing it, but they were in a movie together.
Hulk Hogan was 6'7".
That's crazy, dude.
Can
you look up a picture of Hulk Hogan? Maybe we can post it in our video and like edit it. Can you look up a picture of Hulk Hogan versus The Rock face?
Oh, you know what? That was, I want to say WrestleMania
It happened.
WrestleMania 18.
Yeah.
Is it so in the interview with Hulk Hogan on Joe Rogan, he talked about how he like put the Rock in an ambulance, chained up the ambulance, and then like off camera, the Rock gets out of the ambulance, and then Hulk Hogan just hits the ambulance with a semi truck.
That happened?
Yeah. Oh,
wait,
he's
dude,
so much bigger than the Rock.
Can we look up a clip of that?
We should look up a clip of that after we're done with the podcast.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man. Yeah. No, he's a lot bigger than the Rock. Holy crap! I didn't know that.
Yeah, my dad is tripping.
100%.
I gotta let that guy know. I'm gonna text him right now. But like, dude, you are mistaken, dude. I've always told him that, but I just didn't want him to feel bad. How you doing over there?
Almost done with the beer.
Sorry, I beat you, man.
I beat you on the first one, so it evened out.
You're right. Got some time. Hey, you wanna? Oh, nice bourbon, dude.
Nice bourbon.
There you go.
The beers still got a little bit of foam on it.
Well, listeners,
Lacing went down.
Can you see it?
Very
sorry.
slowly.
I was gonna say I hope you're sipping with us. Whoa! Look at the condensation, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. See, it kept it colder though.
Yeah.
Because we weren't grabbing the actual part holding the beer.
Yeah.
So these glasses, these are the go-tos for the podcast now.
Okay.
These are them.
Say less. Sorry, I'm yawning. Say less.
How long have we been filming for tonight?
I don't know. I didn't time it tonight, but probably we always hit like an hour. So listeners,
Just naturally, huh?
Yeah, you're probably gonna get an hour out of us. But
that's all you get.
That's all you get. Once it hits 60 minutes, we're cutting off. Listeners, stay tuned though, because we have a lot of good stuff coming. We're talking about movies. We talked about The Wrestler. We talked about
we did a lot about
Ironclad.
We did a lot of general wrestling tonight too.
We went into wrestling a little bit
That's
tonight.
weird.
Well, we recently saw the wrestling themed movie, so it makes sense. Doesn't have anything to do with Belgium, but
we'll do a better job parroting the conversation.
yeah. It wasn't so, but look forward to some movie talk, some beer talk, and just maybe some asides every now and then.
Yeah, for sure.
We can't be perfectly on the money.
Yeah, we talked about swingers.
So we did talk about swingers.
We hit everything tonight, dude.
We hit everything. We talked about streaking.
Adam Driver.
I like our little recap we got going on here.
What are we doing?
We should do that.
We should do that.
Little summary.
We should put the summary at the beginning though, and then they can be like, "Whoa, that's a cool episode."
Say it.
Like put the summary at the beginning after the fact. Or is
what do you
that
mean?
I don't know, dude.
Wait, like the video and the audio of what we're saying right now at the beginning of the video?
Maybe.
Yeah, you're crazy, dude.
I'm glad you called me out.
All right, man. Let's get out of here.
I'm glad you called me out. All right.
Hey.
Peace.
All right. Remember, beer
Happy.
Woo!